Parishioners at a Queens church often pray the rosary in the peace and quiet of their perpetual adoration chapel. It was only a couple years ago when St. Mary's Winfield and Woodside decided to keep their newly expanded chapel open for 24 hours. And it's all thanks to volunteers like Eileen Goetzger. She is tonight's Pulse of the Parish. Every morning when the church bells ring at St. Mary's Winfield and Woodside, you'll find Eileen Goetzger in the pews. But on Saturday mornings, you'll catch her heading to the Adoration Chapel, where she volunteers for 1 hour a week and enjoys some alone time with the Lord.
There's something in the air down there. You know, a sense of peace and calm. We live in such a chaotic world, you know, there's so much noise all around us all the time. And so to go someplace where you know it's going to be peace and calm, and like I said, in unity of prayer.
She says the quiet of the chapel helps her to hear God better, and it's where she's found comfort during the ups and downs of life, from health issues to marriage problems to losing her job.
I remember distinctly, soon after the layoff, going downstairs to our then small adoration chapel and weeping. How could you do this to me? How could I lose my job barely 6 weeks after buying a house?
But Eileen's faith never faltered, even though she did get away from it for a while. She grew up in the Queens Church, made her sacraments here, and went to the church school, but moved away soon after getting married and became an evangelical Christian. She returned to St. Mary's Winfield in 1990, bringing that evangelical enthusiasm with her, and knew this was where she was meant to be.
So I came back through the RCIA program. Even though I was fully initiated, I joined RCIA kind of as a refresher.
Then she went back to school in her 50s to get a master's in theology. Now Eileen is a catechist, teaching communion and confirmation classes. And when she's not doing that, she's collecting donations for the church's food pantry. The pastor, Father Christopher O'Connor, says when Eileen came home to St. Mary's, her faith was on fire, and it still is.
I think it's really her deep love for the Lord. She just loves the Lord Jesus, and she loves Jesus so much. She wants our people to know Jesus. And she's had her own story, and it's her way. Like, one time I was lost and I was found, and wanted to share that with people and bring it on there. And she wants to help save souls.
Whether in a classroom, the food pantry, or the peace and quiet of the Adoration Chapel.
I just feel so blessed by God that He's just given me so much that none of this seems like me doing anything.
And now you know Eileen Goetzger from St. Mary's Winfield and how she makes up the Pulse of the Parish. Joining us now with more about the parish of St. Mary's Winfield is the pastor, Father Christopher O'Connor. Hi, Father O'Connor.
Hey, Christine, how are you?
I'm good. So first, let's talk about the name of the church. Everyone calls it St. Mary's Winfield, but it's actually Blessed Virgin Mary, Help of Christians. So what's the story here?
I wish I knew what the foundation story is, but that is the canonical name. So in regards to church documents and so forth, we are Blessed Virgin Christians. But corporately in the state of New York, we're known as St. Mary's of Winfield. Because the old town that used to be in was Winfield, which no longer exists. So we're one of the remnants on that.
It's a little bit easier to say too, right?
Yeah, it's a shorter mouthful.
Right. So the church was founded in 1854. You have a statue that's from the original church. It even survived the fire. Tell us about that statue.
It's a magnificent statue of Mary Help of Christians, and it survived the fire. And I even recently had it renovated, maybe 8 years ago. I was starting to show some cracks, and so as you expect for something that's 170 years old. But it's just a beautiful statue that we no longer now use for processions. We keep it in a shrine area to keep it for the next couple of generations.
It's amazing that it's that old. I couldn't believe it.
It's a treasure for us.
Yeah, when I saw it, it's crazy. So I know German immigrants founded the church in 1854. Who are your parishioners today?
Overwhelmingly, it'll be a Latino population. In our parish, overwhelmingly Mexican. And then after that, it'll be Colombians, Ecuadorians, a little bit of everybody, but overwhelmingly Mexican.
Very faithful people. So let's talk about the chapel. It's one of only 3 perpetual adoration chapels in Queens, and about 350 people like Eileen sign up every week so they can spend an hour there. You've said you've noticed a shift in your parishioners when you went from a chapel to a perpetual chapel a couple years ago. What exactly did you notice?
I just think it was something that was the whole parish is involved in. A lot of times of parishes, you have my group does this, my group does that, my group that, and sometimes you become very parochial, I guess. But the Adoration Challenge brought everybody together, English speakers, Spanish speakers, different groups we have, and they all kind of were united as one act together. And this has really seemed to brought a lot of the parish together. I've noticed less gossiping, less bickering, less infighting, and a lot of people just want to do more time with the Lord. I think that spending that time with Jesus, at least an hour a week, just changes lives.
I love it, and I know it's beautiful when I saw it, and I know you even volunteer 1 hour a week in an ungodly hour.
Or Monday mornings at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I do every week. Right?
That's wonderful. Okay. Well, Father Christopher O'Connor from St. Mary's Winfield, thanks so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.